What's going on, guys? We're up here in Kansas. I'm waiting on Dakota to get off of work. Got all the dogs staked out. We're just sitting at a park waiting on him to get off. But there's gonna be two parts to this video. The first part is gonna be my early season Midwest trip. I went up and hunted some sharptails, and then I went over and hunted some mountain grouse and blue grouse. Bird numbers weren't that great for sharptails, so there's not gonna be a whole lot of footage from that. There's very little footage from hunting in the mountains. We were only there a couple days, and to be honest with you, I really wasn't that focused on recording. I was just trying to get dogs and birds. So second half of the trip, we're going out west. We're gonna leave as soon as Dakota gets off of work, and we're gonna go out there and hunt some huns and chukar and get to experience that. So we got a long drive ahead of us tonight, but y'all stay tuned and hope y'all enjoy it. We woke up this morning and we're both camping. I was camping out of my rooftop tent. This is my second trip with it, and it's just been awesome, you know, waking up to the sunrise and being able to camp where you're going to hunt the next morning. We started out, we had Hallie and Dakota's oldest dog, Jet, on the ground. These two dogs are the reason that me and Dakota met, and we've hunted a lot of places with them, and it's just been awesome to kind of carry that out and be able to hunt these dogs together. We were dealing with some running birds pretty much the whole time we were there, but it took our dogs a little bit of time to adjust to it and this low cover, and but once they kind of got it figured out, they kept it rolling. Whoa. Whoa. Good girl, Hallie. Yeah. Says Hallie's on point. So this next spot, we had Hallie and Clyde on the ground. This is where I kind of messed up for the whole trip, as far as Clyde goes. I didn't run him without boots, and there was a lot of rock in this place, and it just destroyed his feet. Luckily, he kind of recovered from it. I put some boots on him, and he was fine to hunt throughout the trip. He had some really good days, and I had to let him rest after a couple days after this. But Hallie goes on point right here. We can never really see her on point until we get a little bit closer to her. But these birds are doing the same thing. Dakota said he could see them running on the ground when we got close to them. Huh?
I see her wagging her tail.
You see her?
Yeah.
Where? She's running. Or moving. She's back on point again. Huh? Whoa, whoa. I got one. Ran past what? The bird? Good boy. Here. Clyde ends up finding this bird right here, and he's not the best retriever, as you can see. I've worked with this a little bit. Aside from, force fetching him, he kind of has a natural retrieve. It's just not great. Sometimes he wants to pick up the bird, sometimes he doesn't. Not really forcing it.
Go get it. Come on, get the bird. Get him. Here. Good man. Atta boy. You got your camera?
So I think this was later in the day, or maybe the next day. I'm not too sure. We had Chip and Jet out, and Jet kind of works up on top of this hill, and we kind of lose him for a second, and then we kind of crest this little hump right here, and Jet's on point, and then Chip kind of comes up and doesn't really see him, and then I end up stopping him, but nice Covey Huns gets up.
Huh? He's right here. Whoa, whoa. You ready? I hit that one right there, man. He went down. Touch it up. Good boy. You got it. Here. Here, Chip. Chip, here. Here. Atta boy. Here. Here. Good dog. Good dog.
So not too much longer after that, Chip goes on point, kind of down in this little valley. You can kind of see him up there to the left. I was pretty good ways off from these birds, and they just end up getting up. I did start yelling at the dog because there was a straight cliff off to the right.
Whoa, whoa! Good boy, Chip. Good boy.
So this is kind of a testament to just being out there with an older, experienced dog. We had Hallie on the ground, and then we had Dakota's younger dog, Buck, out there. And Hallie just working these birds pretty meticulously. And we come up over this hill, and she's on point. And you could just see her watching the birds. And that just comes with so much time. And, these young dogs can't handle that a lot of times. And you get these older, experienced dogs on the ground, and it's just crazy what they have learned over the years.
Whoa. Hear him. Two of them? We killed two. One of them's hurt right there. I see it.
As we were leaving that spot earlier, we saw some quail run across the road, and it didn't seem like it was a very big covey, but we put my buddy Adams set her down on the ground, and he ended up pointing a male bird, and Dakota ended up shooting it. These birds, you could tell he was smelling them from a long ways away, and they were just kind of everywhere. At one point in time, they were just kind of getting up wild.
Hey. I'm gonna go see if there's birds right here. He was on point right here.
I think the pair's further over there. He might have pointed where they landed.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. It's a pretty bird.
Right there, man. That's cool. All them little bitty.
So, like I was saying earlier, Clyde kind of had some good days and had some bad days. Right here, he's retrieving a hun, and I don't know what happened with the GoPro. I guess I must have turned it off while it was recording, or never turned it on. But he's retrieving a hun right here. He just pointed a nice covey. Right after this clip, you'll see another clip where he just couldn't handle the pressure of seeing birds. He gets out in the wide open, and there's some chukar out in the wide open. He starts working them. He stops right at the, just too late, and he must have saw him, and they got up, or they saw him, one or the other. But that's just part of young dogs learning. And Clyde's kind of had a rough bout with my past 2 trips, and it was good to see some success. He had some really good success right here this morning, and then we had some really good points later on in the trip.
I know.
He said, dude, I
Hey,
finally got one of these.
give it. Attaboy.
Have a good one.
Whoa. Whoa.
One benefit to this was I got a nice stop to flush, and another bird got up right after, so it was overall a good learning experience for him.
Okay.
This was a really cool point by Dakota's younger dog, Buck. There was a cliff probably, 30, 40 yards past where these birds got up, so we were kind of on edge after the birds got up, but it was awesome to see these chukar. They were running a little bit, and Buck was working them. You'll see him kind of ease up just a little bit as we get there.
Yep, all up here. Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, Buck! Easy. Yeah, whoa, Chip! Whoa! Easy. There's a clip right there.
Easy. So the next morning we had Buck and Clyde on the ground, and as we were crossing this creek, I get a notification that Clyde's on point at the very top of the hill. So it took me about 3 or 4 minutes to finally get up there, and I get up there and he's on point on the top, and small covey of huns gets up, and I double up on him. As you can hear, I am just slap out of breath. It took me a while to get up on top of this hill, and I'm really proud of Clyde for this one, because there was hardly any cover, hardly any wind this morning, and he did great holding these birds for me.
Here, fetch it up. Attaboy.
So this was a pretty unusual scenario. Working Hallie and Goose on this one. Goose is my buddy setter, and Hallie goes on point up on top of this hill, and right off to the right there's probably a 10-foot ledge of rock, and Hallie's, she's standing up there, and we can kind of see her looking around, and which obviously the birds were probably running. I end up releasing her, and she ends up moving on, and the birds end up getting up 45, 50 yards off to my right.
Whoa. Right here. They're just running. Easy, Hallie. Hallie, come here. Huh? That's where they were, right?
Straggler.
So later that afternoon, we just ran Chip by himself, and I don't know. Chip has these days where he'll just get on a roll, and he'll point bird after bird after bird, and this was one of those afternoons. I think he pointed 5 or 6 coveys. I'm gonna show y'all 2 of the coveys from this afternoon. In my opinion, were the best ones.
Oh. Oh.
You could just see these birds were running really bad. He was moving up, kept easing up. He did a really good job at working these birds for us.
Whoa. Smell those birds from a freaking ways away. God, that was pretty, man. Them birds they just run. Yeah. Here, Chip. We didn't find birds here the other day. No, we went that way. Chip, here. Here. Had a boy. Had a man. Had a boy. Hold it. Hold. Give it. Okay, give it before you bite me. Huh?
So if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this, or I posted this point. Chip ends up working up on top of this hill and locks up, and I don't think you could have put him in a prettier spot. He pointing right along the horizon, and late in the day, and we walk up, and these birds get up 40, 50 yards away from us.
cut left a little bit. Watch it. He's dying. Get him, Chip.
So we ended up knocking one bird down from that, and it took us, I don't know, 15-20 minutes to find that bird. I didn't even video it. But y'all stick around. Next video's got a lot of action. Dakota's dog, Buck, he really puts on a clinic for us that next morning. And I hope y'all enjoy it.